week on KCAL News, we're focusing on California's insurance crisis since the fires.
As displaced victims continue to look for rentals, the competition has scammers trying to cash in. On your sides, Christine Lazar has more on how to keep your money safe.
Displaced fire victims tell me that there are often dozens of people competing for the same rental property, making many of them desperate for a place to stay. And that desperation has caught the attention of scammers.
Trying to find a place is challenging,
to say the least. One fire victim told me it's like the Hunger Games of housing. We saw more than a dozen show up to a 15-minute-long open house at this condo in West Hollywood. How many rentals have you looked at?
Oh, at least 25.
And still nothing
Across the city. And some you don't get, some the pricing change.
Price gouging has been a big problem. This Google spreadsheet tracking more than 1,200 rental prices across the county shows increases upwards of 100%.
I think pricing is the big problem we're seeing. We saw somewhere place yesterday, it was 11 grand. They go, oh, now it's 13 because we furnished it. We're like, ugh.
And scammers are taking advantage of those desperate to find a place to live.
This scam has been going on for a while, but it's going to get more and more rampant, especially because of the fires, and it's been brought to everybody's attention that there's a shortage of rentals.
Realtor Erin Williamson sold a home in Long Beach back in November, but started getting inundated with calls from people looking to rent it.
This property is not for lease. It was never for lease. And whoever you're talking to is not the owner of this property.
Scammers had listed the off-market home for rent for well under market value, hoping to entice those eager for temporary housing. In this text exchange, the scammer, posing as the landlord, asked the renter for a $60 fee per resident, asking them to pay through Apple Pay. Williamson was able to warn the potential victim before she paid any money.
And I called the realtor that represented the buyer, and I said, hey, I'm onto this scam going on with this property. And I said, I promise you there's going to be people coming up to the door if they haven't already. I said, so I would recommend that she puts a sign on the door that says this property is not for rent.
The listing has been pulled down, but consumer protection advocates warn scammers will just move on to the next bogus listing.
I just feel blessed we got out on time. So that sort of keeps the strength going. It is getting a little tiring with this process, but this too will pass.
To avoid becoming a victim, experts say never exchange money without meeting the potential landlord in person. Have a licensed realtor cross-reference the property to see who actually owns it and if it's really for rent. And try to pay with a check versus an online payment app or money order, as those are almost impossible to recover money from. Christine Lazar, KCAL News.
We are diving into the insurance crisis all week. Today, Christine Lazar is going to host a live phone bank from 3:30 to 6:30. You can call and ask questions of experts. The phone number is on your screen. I will read it to you now. It's 818-531-9292. And the lines again open at 3:30 this afternoon.